What's going on, everybody? We are back with another Dokkan battle video for you guys. It's been a while. It has been a little bit of a while. Part 1 has been relatively quiet since everything launched for the worldwide celebration, but finally things are starting to pick up with Part 2 on the way. So, earlier, last night, they had released, actually yesterday, this morning, on the 7th, they released a little snippet video on JP. They didn't make one for Global, surprisingly, but this is basically a preview of the things to come in Part 2. I have everything translated from the homie Goresh, of course, as usual. We're going to do a quick synopsis of everything you will see here. This right here, as I played the audio by accident, is the theme of Part 2 of the worldwide celebration. Dragon Ball Z Movie 6, The Return of Cooler. Return of Cooler is the theme, and they mentioned this during Part 1 when they were talking about the festival and carnival units. It's pretty easy to guess the units and the characters and the theme of Part 2. And it went right from Cooler's Revenge right into the Return of Cooler. Literally back to back, those are the back-to-back movies, Movie 5 and Movie 6 of DBZ. So this is the theme of the celebration, and going into it forward, a couple more things. We have some awakenings going on. You guys, I'll make this very clear to you guys once we're all through this. You see a lot of the events that they're planning and all this good stuff. You guys can surmise what they're talking about, but I'll have the full details right here in just a moment. And then the last most important thing is right here, as you can see. You can guess this, of course, the two headlining LRs of Part 2. So let's get to all the translated information thanks to the homie Goresh. The full English summary of the JP producer update that they did not make for Global like they did in Part 1 or even the Dokkan Now specials. So the theme, I just confirmed it with number 1, the bullet point number 1. The theme is Return of Cooler. Number 2, new stages will be added to the story event Fight Battle for the Strongest in the Universe. That is, of course, this event right here. They updated the image from Goku in Final Form Cooler, from the Cooler's Revenge movie, to Goku and Vegeta fighting against Metal Cooler. So, what do we think is going to happen? I wonder, huh? Number 3, we will be able to Dokkan Awaken the free SCR Metacooler as well as the 5 free Metacooler units of each typing through medals obtained in the new stages of the event. So there's going to be new stages added in these new stages. We will be able to awaken those units, as you can tell. We're going to be able to awaken Metacooler. We're going to be able to awaken all 6 Metacoolers. So there are 6 Metacoolers in the game that I'm going to show you guys right around here. You can see them in this. Most of those Metacoolers you get from this story event that is already in the game. Fight 10 billion power warriors. This one you can get 5 copies of Metacooler. Actually, I'm pretty sure 6 if I'm not mistaken, but you guys can see it right here. That is, Tech Metacooler, Int Metacooler, SCR Metacooler, AGL Metacooler, and then all the Metacoolers that have the typing in the name, and then there is a standalone Metacooler that does not mention the typing in the name. So you can see him right here in this screenshot right here. His name is just Metacooler. He is SCR, much like the one that's already existing in the event, and he Dokkan Awakens. So he will be, I'm pretty sure all of these units are runnable together. The ones that have all the typings in the name, they all link together literally despite them being the same character. So that's very good. So we have that going on. They are going to increase the drop rate of these 5 free Metacooler units from the existing Metacooler movie story event, which is going to be good. Easier to grind those units. And then new stages, number 5, new stages of the challenge event that we got for the celebration. Fighting Spirit of the Saiyans and Pride of the Wicked Bloodline. It's going to have new stages, 2 new stages it looks like. We're going to be fighting against Goku and Vegeta as Super Saiyans from the Metacooler movie. And it's going to be consisting of some stuff from the LR that's upcoming, as we can tell, as well as fights against Metacooler. They say the fight against Metacooler is going to be a gimmick fight. That's what Gresh had it translated to. And it's going to be consisting of 10 rounds. So expect Metacooler to be locking, sealing, preventing you from, he'll be stunning some enemies maybe on supers. Maybe he does some AoE super attacks. We don't know. Maybe you're going to be fighting multiple Metacoolers, like up to 5 of them in a single phase. So we will see. There's going to be, number 6 we have, it's saying that there's going to be a new limited event called Frantic for Effort, the Imminent Legion. It's going to be an event where you can get link level grinding done. You're going to be able to attempt the event 3 times in a week, and it's designed to help level up your link skills. So This event is going to be more effective, they mentioned, than the Guru event in terms of helping you level up links. They boosted the Guru event during the countdown celebration even better than it was last year. So this one's going to be even more helpful, and it should be as effective if you're not someone that's buying those Supreme Kai keys that get you that guaranteed link levels event. So if you're a free-to-play player, this is good. Take advantage of this and do it 3 times in the week. You'll be also able to obtain Hercule statues through defeating metal coolers in this event, so that's always nice to hear. And I think this is going to be really good. It's going to be really good. So as I'm cycling through the screenshots, I mean, you know, I'm just going to make sure. So this is the event right here. You guys can see all the metal coolers are going to be fighting. You're going to be able to challenge it 3 times in a week. It's a new link level event, better than the Guru one, even better after buffing it this year. And this is going to be good for me, that's somebody that's close to link level, fully link leveling certain units from the 70th anniversary. Like the Gods, the Super Saiyan 4s, God Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, even other units like the 200% Goku Gohan lead. So that's going to be good for me. Now, moving right along, I don't want to make this video too long, but we'll see. Number 7 is going to be a new challenge event called the Danger on New Namek. Break through the impenetrable armor, where we're going to be facing off against the robot soldiers. And that is this screenshot right here. It's while Goku and Vegeta were fighting Cooler, Gohan, Krillin, Roshi, Yajirobe, and Piccolo were fighting the robot soldiers. And eventually they had to try and break through their armor. So it sounds similar to a punching bag event, where based on how many we're able to defeat. And it sounds similar to like the Frieza training event they had going on during the 5-year anniversary, where the more we defeat, we're going to be able to get rewards like Zenny, hidden potential orbs, maybe some Kai, some awakening medals, stuff like that, which would be good. Number 8, there's going to be 2 new stages added to the Ultimate Red Zone Wicked Bloodline Edition. Now this, I'm pretty sure, I think it's pretty clear what this may be. It should be, as you can see in the image right there, King Cold's in it now, along with metal coolers. So we can expect to see more than likely one stage where we fight King Cold and Mecha Frieza. Maybe one of them in one phase, the other in the other phase. And then another fight where we face off against Metal Cooler. So 2 new stages of Wicked Bloodline Edition Ultimate Red Zone. So I don't think it says that the tickets will be available yet, but we will see. There was a data download too, by the way. So actually, while we're here, on that note, let me just pull that up so we could take a look at that a little later. So the data download is right here. It just happened. It includes the Part 2 movie, the Awakenings for the free-to-play metal coolers, and then some new the new stages, the new limited challenge events, and then of course the Bloodline, you know, Ultimate Red Zone stages, and then the Extreme BZ battles for certain units that we're going to be talking about in a moment. Next up, number 9. This is not new information, but they talk about the Cell Max event, because during the celebration, of course, overlapping was the release of Dragon Ball Super Superhero. So they talk about it, and they note that Cell Max is indeed the hardest event in the game. And they designed this way to capture the same feeling of despair from the movie Dragon Ball Super Superhero when Cell Max was activated. And as someone that had just recently seen Dragon Ball Super, yeah, that was a moment. That movie was fantastic. Finally getting to see it this past weekend. So the movie was great. Hey, I guess they captured the feeling, because it is difficult. He hits certain defensive characters that have been great in the past for over 1 million on a super attack on the final phase, which is insane. But number 9 is nothing new for us. Number 10, they talk about the Version Z update. They say as part of the Version Z update, their current goal in developing difficult content is not to have certain units dominate every difficult event, but rather to create an environment where you can utilize certain character strengths in one event and other characters and other character strengths in others. I mean, it's something, you know, like basic knowledge, honestly, for someone that's been playing for a while now, that not every event is somewhere where you can bring characters. Obviously, stunning characters that are able to stun, are very ineffective, and ceiling characters also, when you talk about Ultimate Red Zone, when you talk about Legendary Goku event, Legendary Vegeta events, obviously the Cell Max event now, right? Where obviously we have Super Battle Road, still a thing where a lot of the player base still struggles with some stages of the regular category Super Battle Road. So there's always going to be uses for certain characters, and they'll be strong in those events. But they say all that. They understand that there may be situations where you want to use a character, but they may not make the cut in certain content. They are currently working on more difficult events where other characters that might not have seen a lot of time to shine could potentially become more useful. More info on this to come in the future. This, I don't want to articulate on this too much. This will be easier for a separate video, but when you really talk about it, I mean, in a gacha game in general, difficult content will always be made so that the new characters that come out immediately after the difficult content releases are always going to be catered to that, i.e. the new Goku and the new Cooler that we just got. And then these two new LRs that we're going to be talking about in a little bit are also more likely going to be catered to dominating the Cell Max event. So we will see, but I mean, it's not as if this is something new where, oh man, they're putting out new characters and we can only really rely on them to help us beat difficult events like the Cell Max events. This literally happened with the 70th anniversary, where the 70th anniversary LRs dominated Ultimate Red Zone on the release. They still struggle. That doesn't mean they are perfect in the Red Zone, but you know, they were the best fitting. The 200% units of 2022 have been the best fitting characters of Ultimate Red Zone attempts in this year so far. But you can still manage to beat fights with a 170 lead. Some people have done it with 150 teams so as well. I'm going to try something. I have to. Number 11, the free characters that we're able to obtain through this worldwide campaign. For example, the physical Goku Gohan exchange unit, Tech Cooler, along with the STR Meta Cooler that is getting his awakening during the celebration, will all be getting EZA through an Extreme Z area. They plan on releasing a social media campaign to go along with the Extreme Z area, so we got that going on, and that's you know, good to know. Of course, we got the EZA. It's gonna be good. These units, hopefully, they look all right. You know, a lot of people are very don't really care for the Goku Gohan exchange unit, but hopefully they could be redeemed. They are bond of parent and child leader for now, the only one on global until the Vegeta and Trunks arrive around November, but we'll see about that. And then the Tech Cooler, a lot of people are hopeful for him, along with the STR Metal Cooler. I'll probably take a glance at those units before we end. And then the last note right here from Gresh is the main characters of part 2 of the campaign: Super Saiyan Goku and Super Saiyan Vegeta, and Metal Cooler, both LRs. Goku and Vegeta will be a Dokkan Fest LR, while Metal Cooler will be a Legendary Summon Carnival exclusive. So as expected, they flip-flopped. Basically, if you want to obviously just think about this, what they did for the celebration is basically they took an LR from part 1 and threw them into part 2, being this Goku and Vegeta, and they took an LR from part 2 and put them into part 1 from the Carnival side, when you talk about the bird Goku, the Super Saiyan Goku from the first Cooler movie. So that's essentially what they did. They could have very easily, you know, done Goku and Vegeta in part 1, but still, obviously they wanted to go a little bit sequentially, go with the first Cooler movie and then go with the second Cooler movie afterwards. So that's pretty much it. So we have a total of 4 LRs, and I'm not too sure if part 2 is the last part of this celebration, but it feels like it just because of the amount of stuff coming out in part 2, which usually is not that much in past worldwide celebration years, because we have the top legendary summon happen. Most people don't really summon on that, which is why this new summoning format has happened, where we have the Carnival banners, which are much better than top legendary summons and regular legendary summon banners. And then, you know, we have a couple of awakenings in part 2. Part 3 would be where we get the Extreme Z awakenings for the EZA area characters. And that's pretty much how worldwide celebration has gone. But they have definitely switched it up this year. So we'll see if there is a part 3 to come along with it. And that is everything about all that for part 2. So shout out to the homie Gresh as usual. And shout out to Gresh because we have translations for a couple of characters here. Here on the schedule, here are characters that we just see from the data download. You can see the timing of everything. Go to dateful.com and you'll be able to convert the time zones as fit. Be mindful it is in UTC, so make sure you, or /GMT, and make sure you convert it to your own time zone. So the bottom 5 characters here, well, bottom 6, my bad. This is the STR Metal Cooler that's solo, that doesn't mention the type in the name. And then every Metal Cooler after this, up to the physical one, from the AGL to the physical, is the typing Metal Coolers that you get from the initial Metal Cooler movie story event. So Those are all them, and then this is the other metal cooler that's going to be getting an EZA along with these two units right here, the Goku Gohan and then the Tech cooler. Then we have these three characters here. Last night, they revealed the Extreme Z Awakenings for AGL Meta Cooler, as expected. Thankfully, we got this. I don't think we're going to get STR Coolers EZA. We're going to have to wait a little bit longer for that, but it is what it is. And then we have Tech Vegeta from the Cooler movie, along with the STR Piccolo, the first STR Piccolo that's a Movie Heroes character. Not the better version that guards everything, but this Piccolo from the second Cooler movie. So we have two Piccolos, STR typing, Movie Heroes category representing in both of the Cooler movies. So they'll be great partners alongside Orange Piccolo and Piccolo Power Unleashed when those release from Superhero. Alright, so here is the translations of the EZAs for the three units. I won't go too much into detail because I don't want to make this too long of a video. You guys see the info about the cooler. I won't go too much into detail. I looked over it last night, saw it, glossed over it, and then just kept it pushing. Pause the video if you want to take a look at everything. From what I've gathered, cooler looks interesting, I'd say the least. I wish he raised defense on his super attack. And then the Meta Cooler core, these giant form characters, it's been tough a little bit, so it's been a little tough. But we've got that. Looks like you definitely want to have him versus some pure Saiyans. That's always nice. Then we have the Vegeta. The Vegeta, if I recall, he's not AoE. He's a stunner. He's a stunner. So this Vegeta will be nice in Super Battle Road. He greatly raises his defense. That's nice for SBR stages. So you can use him there. But difficult content, I wouldn't really think he's the option because he's already limited because he won't be getting his stuns off in Red Zone, after the early phases of Red Zone, and in the deeper fights as well. And then we have the Meta Cooler movie STR Piccolo right here. They all get a attack and defense buff of 200% on their passive, except Meta Cooler. It's 150, like most Dokkan Festival EZAs lately. He's an orb changer, as we know. He's a nuker, I believe, so that's pretty nice. And then he gets defense. They all get the ability to perform crits at a chance of at least 20%. And then this Piccolo gains ki when he's facing 2 or more enemies, and he guarantees a crit once. So that's really good for a Super Battle Road too. And he's also able to stun just like Vegeta at a 30% chance. So these EZAs, like I said, they're usable in some places. Meta Cooler, hopefully he's able to be he looks good alongside the SCR Cooler. This unit has a 200% lead, as we know. So I'm just hopeful that this cooler can be really, really good. Actually, let's just double check that. Does this cooler have the categories he needs, if I'm not mistaken? Movie bosses and terrifying conquerors. Okay, all right, that's good to know. Oh wait, isn't SCR cooler? Oh man, I might be wrong here. Transformation boost is the 30%, right? Okay, so Meta Cooler will not benefit from the 200% buff, but he will be on the team at 170, so I think that's pretty good. And then he'll be linking up pretty well with any cooler that you put him alongside with. So I think he has his uses, in my opinion, right? So we've got that. We've got the EZAs, got that done. Now let's talk about the two LRs. Let me see, just to double check. Alright, yes. LR Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta, and LR Meta Cooler. If you knew that Part 2 was going to be more likely this, as they alluded to, you were right. You were 100% right. Like I said, I was 100% right. I mean, most people, all of us were. They were going to give us some Meta Cooler movie content. Why not? If the theme is Goku versus Cooler. Be this thing, from this movie. And give us two LRs of the fights, the big fight, right? Goku and Vegeta. This is the first Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta really since the LR Super Saiyan, the LR Year 3 LR. So we have a Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta existing in the game already. That's the INT LR Super Vegeta from the 3rd anniversary. But obviously they can link. You can put them on the same team together. They'll link after INT Super Vegeta, after the fusion happens for INT Super Vegeta. But as of right now, they will not link, of course, so use them at your own discretion. But this unit, I'm not too sure because it's Goku, Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta. Let's just take a look at the name of the character, because if we were to go take a look at, of course, categories, we're gonna go with pure Saiyans. We're gonna find we're gonna find that Super Saiyan Goku Vegeta, because I think this is the only second character that we ever have that has this literal exact name, if I'm not mistaken. It's this unit right here. So this is the first Super Saiyan Goku Vegeta in Dokkan history, if I'm not mistaken. Just let me know if I'm wrong in the comment section. So obviously we'll take off Blue Saga, Potara. We'll take off Fuse Fighters. I think we could take off Last Resort as well, which is Final Trump card. And then every category here, except questionably Kamehameha, should be here. Battle of Wits we can take that off too, because that's a Vegito. Most Vegito characters have Battle of Wits, so we'll take that off. So expect Joint Forces, Super Saiyans, Bond of Parent and Child, Pure Saiyans, and High Speed Battle, which would be Accelerated Battle, should be on there. But the categories we can expect should be movie heroes. Beyond that, it's hard to say, just because we don't know what they're gonna entail with this Goku Vegeta. If they may have a revive, when they have the animations when they power down after they thought they'd be cooler, and then they have to turn back to Super Saiyan after they realize they're fighting a whole cooler army. I don't know if we're gonna have that, but we will see. We will see. Obviously, you can tell this is going to be the character name, literally, as you can see right there. I'm highlighting, and then Metal Cooler. So he shares the same name with the AGL one that we just got an EZA for. So already kind of dead on arrival for that Cooler EZA a little bit, but he'll be usable, like I said. But this guy, the categories we just took a look at not too long ago, all the categories we can expect to see here, of course: Resurrect the Warriors, Wicked Bloodline, Target Goku, Corroded Body and Mind, Giant Form, Artificial Life Forms, Revenge, High Speed Battle, Movie Bosses, Terrifying Conquerors, and Power Absorption. So shouldn't be too different, and the links should be exactly the same. I don't know if potentially, because they showed this Cooler's head, this is literally Cooler's original head fused with the big Getty Star. I don't know if they're going to possibly make this a Giant Form character again, because I don't think they should. I think that's a horrible idea, so I really hope they don't do it. Other than that, there's not too much left here. They updated the image for the Saiyans and Wicked Bloodline event. They updated the image, showing a couple little animations of what Goku may be doing and the super attacks for this new LR. And then we've got the Cooler event again that we went over. Obviously, as I just went over this as well, the new missions, there are going to be new missions for this 10 billion Power Warriors event, where we can get each type of the terrifying metal body, Meta Cooler, from mission rewards. I don't know why I keep saying Meta Cooler, it's metal, right? So this Cooler, you will be able to get multiple copies of each of these typings from the mission rewards, since they're updating that. And yeah, that's pretty good. So that'll be good. It'll be a little bit easier. I definitely don't have any of these rainbows for most of these Metal Coolers, so you guys can see some people are ready. I don't even know if mine is rainbowed right here, the Dokkan Festival one, but I'll find out after this video. Other than that, good to see Metal Cooler getting some more love. That was one of my favorite movies, honestly. And then lastly, here's the data download again. You guys can see everything in there. Shout out to Proton 10MG as usual. And you can see the promo movie is right there if you guys want to take a look at that. I'll probably upload it not too long from now. And then this is everything for, all the assets, all the info, all the good stuff, all the goodies that you can use for thumbnails if you make videos. And with that, that is everything for today's video. So in the schedule, as we saw not too long ago, it says some things are scheduled for the 9th, which is tomorrow night. And a lot of these things are going to be going live at 2 a.m. Eastern on the 9th, which is all these Cooler Awakenings from the story events, along with this one that's getting an EZA. And then also the EZAs for the Vegeta, Piccolo, and Meta Cooler will be going live at 4 a.m. Eastern tomorrow night. And then lastly, on the 13th as well, the EZAs, the Extreme Z area characters, will be getting their EZAs live on the 13th at like 4 a.m. Eastern, which may be the time also when the banners go live for the Vegeta, Goku, and Meta Cooler LRs. So maybe not, maybe it comes out earlier, we will see. But regardless, that is it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. I know it's been a little while. I'm going to get back into the swing of Dokkan for sure. a little bit tough. I'll definitely try to throw in some streams for sure. If you guys follow me also on Twitch, I'll be also streaming some other games, of course, here and there, maybe some Fortnite streams. 2K, NBA 2K, if you guys know, may have been around long enough. I play 2K, I've made 2K videos, I stream it too. And with 22, 23 coming out this year, and literally 24 hours from now, probably going to be on that starting tomorrow night. So we will see. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching the video. Appreciate the support, all the good stuff. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.